first smartwatch, £13, AliExpress. I'll just go through them quickly, then I'll go through them lengthier, just to show you what is available. I've not connected it to the app yet. There's an app, but you can use it in standalone for these sort of functions. Almost all of them, really. But I think these things are wonder things. I mean, if these things were accurate, I would pay £150 for them. But it was £13. But the thing is, it may not be accurate, you know. I've got to presume it's not accurate, because it even says here in itself, it says, give you that warning. So, yeah, you've got to presume that the medical diagnostic things are not accurate, especially blood glucose. I mean, to me, if even something like that, a pedometer and stuff, it was worth it even just for that. This sleep thing, I don't understand yet, but I'm sure it's useful. And here's the first of the useful ones. Yeah, the oximeter. I mean, an oximeter on its own would cost, I've got one, it cost about £10. So 97, I mean, that looks a bit accurate. I mean, normal people, you've got to be over 95% really. And so I'm thinking that's accurate. Of course, I can't be sure, but in heart rate, I'm guessing that's accurate as well. 72 beats per minute at the moment, although I can't be sure. Again, I've got a heart rate monitor that costs £14, plus I need to use it with an app, Coolspo. So that's like £24 compared to £13 already. I've got a blood pressure monitor that cost me about £12, £13. So of course, if they're not accurate, then it's no use really. But if it is accurate, it's a wonder thing. It gives me a buzz when it's, there we go, 111, 75. Usually I'm about 120. I'm almost perfect according to Google Bard anyway. So I can't read this actually. Can you read it? Oh, this is the glucose. This is the first of the really important ones. I mean, imagine you were a diabetic and you could have a non-invasive way of testing yourself at every moment and logging them on the app. 4.3. The highest I've been is about 8. So I don't know if that's accurate at all. It switches itself off almost straight away. There's my body temperature, 36.5. At first I wondered if that was outdoor temperature or something, ambient temperature. This is to do with stress. I don't understand this one, but I'm sure it's useful. Seems to work with infrared sensors, or I've seen green ones and red ones going. Even wearing it in bed, I don't know if that's a sleep mode thing. It's taking a long time here, right? 73. You press this is a touch zone down at the bottom here. This is uric acid. Apparently, I think it's to do with purines in your blood. Something like that. People who are high might have gout, or maybe they just had a lot of purines in their diet, I don't know, but things like gout, they said maybe even kidney disease. I've been normal so far. I've always been 220. I don't know why. One time I was 214 or something, but I think that's all of these are things to do with the app, I would guess. Oh, I flicked it back there accidentally. So I've not signed it up to the app yet. I just wanted to show you this. And I think these are to do with sporty things. Sometimes you hold it down for 3 seconds. You get stuff like a stopwatch, that kind of stuff. It works via sensors at the back. Let's see. Green ones and red ones. You can change these. I've got a few. They're not very nice, I don't think, but you swipe it or just touch it to the left or right. I mean, I wouldn't use a watch, but I'm using it for all these other things. Because if you can tell all these things, the medical diagnostic things, I think that's a wonder thing. I mean, I would pay £150 for something like that, depending on what it had. But even for blood glucose, I don't think they've got to a level yet, not even Apple. I've got to a level where they think these non-invasive things are good enough to detect blood glucose accurately, or at least spikes and things like that, sudden spikes. I've checked a couple of YouTube videos on channels by people with diabetes that have tried them. They didn't find them reliable enough. They did think that sort of in general they were okay, but they didn't detect spikes and sudden changes and that, which is vital for diabetes. Or that's what I took to be from their what they said. So, but it looks to me as if they're getting close, or they seem to feel. So, yeah. I mean, I've not worn a watch for years, and I wouldn't wear one. But if it's going to tell you diagnostic stuff and that, even just heart rate and that, then I think they're really worth it. And for the price, this one was, it's amazing, but I can't trust it. So it clearly says the test results are for reference only and cannot be used as medical data, i.e., we don't know if they're accurate. See, you charge it via one of these magnetic thingies, which as long as you've got the right way, that's it. It's pretty straightforward. I'm guessing these will be wireless someday, maybe the more expensive ones already are. Yeah, because things like, here's I've got a heart rate monitor, I think that was about £15. I've got to use an app with it. It doesn't keep the data, doesn't tell me anything on its own. And I've got a blood pressure monitor here, that was about £13. So it all depends whether they're accurate or not. So apart from not being accurate, that would be the worst thing, but the strap's pretty cheap, you know. I worry that this might just fall to pieces. I hope replacement ones are universal. I don't know. When you do these straps, you sort of press that thing in there and then you clip them into there. It's a bit awkward, but you'll get used to it. But hopefully these straps are sort of universal and I can buy ones easily, you know. I mean, the main question is, are they accurate? And probably the answer at the moment should be no. But I would just buy them to encourage them, you know. So that's my attitude at the moment. I would say, keep going, guys. I'll keep buying at £13. So there you go. It's my in-depth thing. Alright?